Yo guys, what is up? It's Teach here, coming at you again with another video, and I have a really awesome video for you right now. This is I'm going to call it the frozen wastelands of Crystal Isles, and I have found what is probably the best location that I have ever seen. It's a combination, my character is pooping a lot, of cave systems, and then I'll show you all kinds of different little base locations here, and it's an amazing base spot. It is not the one that everyone's going to talk about, and it's like the first one is just the ice cave or whatever it is. This one, however, is something that's a little bit more hidden. Now, in order to get to this spot, you got to go to 29.2, 50.7, and you're going to go ahead and head down until you see, boom, the cave. Now, I'll go ahead and go inside this cave in just a second to show you what's here, but you could have such an elaborate system of defenses that it's almost funny, or even if you're a small tribe and no one takes this, there is about 1 million locations in here where you could hide easily. So, pretty crazy stuff. Now, anyways, if you haven't liked and subscribed already, that'd be awesome. For those of you that have, thank you very much. You guys are amazing. Help me get to where I am today is awesome. So, I just want to thank you for that. So, let's go ahead and check it out. Now, inside this area, I'll show you the coords, 30.5, 52.7, there is a cave. Duh. Now, in this cave, I've only been able to find that entrance at this moment in time. And this system, I kid you not, goes for days. Now, you can build an absolutely insane base in pretty much anywhere in this cave. And the spot that I've just shown you right here is it's a bona fide perfect base spot. Because you can have all kinds of little things everywhere in this cave system. And you can literally build the entire cave, which is crazy. I mean, this thing is going to be just an absolute gargantuan. Like, you have to be a big tribe to hold this. And actually, you don't even need to, because you could just block off the entrance to the cave. It's the only one I found so far. And I think this is where the rock drakes used to be or something. But inside this cave, you have there's the nests right there. You have so much room, it's almost funny. You can see, I mean, it's days and days and days that it would take you to explore this entire cave system. It's absolutely bonkers. Now, in this zone, there are no spawns that I have found in here, so you could pretty easily safely raise anything you wanted, whenever you wanted, however you wanted. And it kind of ends back in this little zone back in here. You can kind of continue to go around for days inside this place. And I'm just going to keep going around in here. I know it's really dark. But as long as you actually that's a second entrance. So it looks like there's two entrances from what I've seen. Okay, so that's the first time I found that. So you just go inside here, but you could easily block this off without much of a problem. And I don't even know how you'd raid this, because you could have turrets after turrets after turrets after turrets. And because it's such a spacious cave, I don't know what you would do. I mean, without being meshed, I don't know how you'd raid this, because you could have like 20 turret walls before your base. Both directions. A big tribe could just absolutely flourish in here. Even a small tribe, and finding like little zones like I'm finding right now, you could easily hide yourself in here and no one would know you're here. Like back in this little zone, back in here, you could probably get back in there if you tried hard enough. But even right here, let's go ahead and check out if I can build right here. It's obstructed. Oh, there it goes. So you could build probably pretty close. If you're on an unofficial, you could build down in there. But I mean, 35.4, 55, you can literally take this entire cave and probably be a 3 or 4 man tribe. As long as nobody gets to it first. This is like probably, because it's so, I mean, I guess there's a couple on center that are pretty cool like this, where they have these huge expanses of zone and you could kind of just take over the entire area. But I mean, it'd be really hard to get into this thing because, yeah, probably like, oh, I'll raft raid it. Well, there's a blockade right there, so if you just put up a turret tower right here, you're good to go. And then put up some foundations, and then another turret tower over here, and then another one over here, and then another one. You get the point. It would be very hard to get inside this cave system, and that's just crazy. Now, this is the single, probably my favorite so far, because you've got such an expansive cave system down underneath that. But, I mean, it's up to you how you look at that. Now, let's go ahead and check out this system right over here. This is another amazing base spot. This is a huge cave system right here. Very similar to that last one. Bigger openings. I have yet to really totally explore these cave systems, but you could block it off pretty easily. I know there's like 3 or 4 entrances to this one, but they're all pretty small. There's nothing in here that's pretty, like, you know, just crazy too big to actually defend against. So you could easily defend this entire thing. Now, again, you can see there are lots of different areas to hide as well. You can go straight behind this waterfall and people would probably never find you. Chords of this, 33.7, 49.5. Small to one-person tribe can fit in here really easily. And you can just clutter this entire thing. You could probably even get, yeah, of course you can. Get up into this zone. So this is a beautiful little rat hole, if you want to call it that. Not necessarily a rat hole, but hard to find for sure. But again, this zone is just littered with base locations like that because it's just got so much you can do. Crazy, crazy stuff. And you can, and there we go again, another one. And can I get back in here? Of course I can. Why not, right? Another rat hole that you can get inside of. This area is just littered, and I'll kind of go up to show you how big this zone is. This zone is enormous. This like frozen wasteland zone is what I'm calling it because there's a bunch of different names. But another thing, just like the other sides of the map, you can build on top of the pillars if you want to have like a pillar style base. Just put down a cliff platform on top and boom, you have yourself a cliff platform base. You can put chandeliers hanging down. Pretty hard to raid you because there's no, I guess you can kind of get up here, but you could easily block this off. And that's not an easy raid at all by any means. So people are like, oh, you can cannon with a quet. You can do anything eventually, but if you're online, it'll be hard to raid these base spots. You can build straight up on top of this one. So you could build a pretty awesome medium to large size tribe up on top of just this pillar. 18.9, 44.3. So you can basically take this entire region, and it's up to you how you do it, but there's a ton of space for you to build. And again, more pillars. The entire snow biome is just awesome. 17.7, 50.8, and honestly, it's cold too. So if I was to sit here and I was wearing my, there we go. You can see it's basically murder snow. I'm wearing desert, and I'm losing health pretty quickly, and I've got quite a bit of fortitude. So this base spot, if someone's trying to wear flak to raid you, they're not getting in because they're going to die wearing flak. They'll have to wear something with heat. So fur. And a lot of people don't have really good fur. So these spots are just amazing. Now, it doesn't mean you'd have to wear fur as well, but base defense-wise, pretty easy to defend because how are you going to get up? I mean, if you have a good defensive scheme, it's going to be hard to raid that. It's going to be really hard to raid that. Also, if you're just playing PvE, these base spots are just cool because you're on top of, like, the biggest area nearby, so you're kind of like a look down on everything else, and things don't spawn up here, so you can easily just, you know, look down on the territory around you, and it's like yours. Pretty cool. I mean, at least in my opinion, it's pretty cool. So you've got this here. You've got all kinds of base opportunities. Some more flat zones over here. Let's see if I can get this. Yep, you can build on all of these. So there is so many base locations over here. Now, one thing they did fix, just so you guys know, you used to be able to kind of build platforms just hanging up in these zones and kind of just like build up in here. They have changed that, so that's no longer the case. You can't build like that anymore. Kind of sad, but oh well. It was kind of cheesy that you could do it in the first place, so they've removed that feature. But let's go ahead and show you a couple more things about this zone. I think that this peak is going to be a pretty popular base location, right next to a charge node. Right, just right there is a charge node. And you got a bunch of metal access, flat land. And you can build on top of this peak and have everything you would need nearby. Nothing too difficult to get access to, but lots of opportunity to build. And boom, there you go. It's not freezing up here. You can easily find enough fortitude to be able to run this. And this base location looks over the entire map, so that's kind of cool. Lots of cool things. High points, never a bad idea. Not a cave like the first one. I think the first one's probably a better overall defensive thing, but this one looks pretty, that's for sure. And if you're looking for overall just flat land, this area has it in abundance because right next to all the waterfalls that exist here, you've got a whole bunch of flat areas to build a base. So really cool locations, really cool map. I mean, again, Wildcard did good when they brought pretty much everything back into this map. I like it a lot. Now, there are a bunch of... Is that this? Yep, so there's one entrance and there's the other entrance to this cave. Pretty neat, if you ask me. Cave system, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Now, what else is special about this zone? Why do I like it so much? One, you got the flak defensibility, so people can't wear flak really well because it's super cold. Two, lots of rat holes like I've been showing you. You can kind of find them all over the sides of these cliff faces. And just in general, near any of these iced over areas, if we want to call them that, you can find a huge amount of little cracks and crevices to hide even just 1x1 bases in and not be seen very easily, even on official where you're going to be right now competing with 60 other people to get online. So you want to be able to put down a quick base location so in case you get kicked, you can kind of go back to that spot and not have to worry too much. And again, the more places you can go that people don't travel as often, the better off you are. In all honesty, I don't think many people are going to be traveling to this zone because it's cold and it's hard to get through. Now, the only reason you're going to be here is you got base locations nearby, like this or like that over there. Lots of opportunity. So, anyways, I hope this helps you. You could even like tuck yourself away in a location like this because it's in plain sight, but you'd be amazed how often people just fly past that and not have any idea it's there. So, anyways, hope this video helps you out and hopefully you enjoy some of these spots. And if not, I will talk to you later. Teach out.